The epic pioneer journey of the Latter-day Saints began on the banks of the Mississippi River. Here at Nauvoo, they had transformed a swamp into a thriving community of commerce and fellowship. But Nauvoo was not to be a final home, merely a brief rest for a season. The severe persecution that had driven the Saints from Missouri again threatened their lives and their city. The prophet Joseph Smith and Hiram were martyred at Carthage jail on June 27, 1844. Life in Nauvoo was drawing to a close. Sunday, February 1, 1846, the Saints worshiped together in the city of Joseph. The next day, Brigham Young directed families to be ready to leave with only 4 hours' notice. In the bone-chilling cold of that bitter winter, the exodus began. Many of the saints gathered their belongings and closed the doors of their dwellings for the last time as they turned to what lay across the river and west. Nauvoo is peaceful now. Homes and shops have been lovingly restored. This is the place that speaks of industry and commitment. I see their courage and craftsmanship as they build a city to God. How the saints must have felt leaving so much behind. The fields they had cultivated, the trees they had planted, the temple they had built. The men, women, and children walked out of their beautiful homes, climbed aboard their wagons, drove down to the river there to cross and move slowly over the soil of Iowa, looking back now and again at what they were leaving and would never see again. Leaving Nauvoo was a remarkable act of faith. There was much of hardship ahead for these pioneers, but they had faith in their leaders and faith in the Lord and His goodness. Faith that He would once again lead His people to the promised land. Faith that they would not falter or fall. So they walked out into a wilderness, their journey marked by faith in every footstep.
The way west was slow. Many were ill-prepared for the grueling trek. Freezing temperatures, incessant rain, and mud up to the knees tried even the hardiest emigrant. They struggled for 131 days just to cross Iowa. Like the army of Israel of old, they had their cloud by day and pillar of fire by night. Out of the travail of Iowa came the hymn that echoes down the generations, "Come, come ye saints, no toil nor labor fear, but with joy wend your way." Stopping at Garden Grove and Mount Pisgah to set up stations for those who would follow, these faithful pioneers pressed on to the banks of the Missouri and temporary respite for the winter.
Here at winter quarters was Zion in the wilderness. President Brigham Young organized the people and pooled their meager resources. Yet despite all they could do, sickness and death stalked the camps. This monument is placed directly over the graves of an unknown child and 7 other pioneers. My heart is deeply touched as I realize just how high a price these noble saints paid in responding to the call of the prophet to leave their homes and journey west. So many struggled and lost so much. Truly, these noble pioneers walked a path of pain and a trail of tears. Their journey was over, but their names live on as testaments of their love of truth and faith in the Lord.